Why would it recommend that? Well, good afternoon, maybe even evening, and welcome back to our game of the week in week 23 here as the Thunderbirds and the Scouts are showing down in a big battle, not only in the National Soccer League, but more importantly for the two of them in the ASC South, the original conference in the National Soccer League. These two squaring off to try and prove two respective points. The Thunderbirds with a win here in front of the home crowd today can become the official #1 seed in the ASC South and reclaim their spot at the top of the table for the time being, which would be a huge help with 2 games to go to not have to worry about that anymore. The Scouts with a chance with a win here to secure their playoff bid, and it would also be a nice thing to secure. So both these teams with a lot to play for, and it is the Thunderbirds starting lineup on the screen for you now. Musa Cross back on the bench with Miguel Ramirez returning to the lineup. No injuries involved there, just the manager getting a little rotation in the squad, trying to see what options the two of those players offer, he said, on the wing. So not a surprise to see the veteran here in a critical game against a division rival in the Scouts. So Thunderbirds leading on the old guard here with Powers, Ramirez, Edward T. Wilkins, McCartney, and a couple of new blood as well with Groenlandenu and Moisan in the lineup. Here is the Scouts starting 11. The bad news for them, DeConte Josemi still not quite fit to make a return to the team. Expected to be back before the playoffs, but not going to be able to go for this critical matchup here. Scouts can still be eliminated from the playoff picture, but they would need to lose all 3 of their remaining games, so just needing a singular point from any of their remaining matches. And again, a win here today does guarantee them a spot in the playoffs, and then at that point, just a matter of where they end up in the seeding table. So, all to play for in this game of the week here between these two sides. Classic rivals. Original founding club versus their granddaughter club. The Thunderbirds and the Scouts ready to square off here in our final action of week 23 in the setting sun in Springfield, Missouri. Forest Park Stadium is rocking and ready to roll. Thunderbirds kicking us off here wearing the dark black and blue jerseys, and the Scouts are in their home green and brown colors due to some goalkeeper kit issues. This is where we have come up with the best options. Wilkins gives it away. Now the Scouts have it going forward. DeLeon Crabtree hoovered second straight start after being benched for 3 games due to poor performance. Had that amazing 4-goal game off the bench. All goals scored in the second half that restored him a place in the starting 11. A little bit of tense, nervous energy here in the early stages. A couple giveaways, a couple touches out of bounds. And now it's going to be an offside on Powers, I think, coming deep to try and retrieve the ball. See there, it's the right call. The Scouts holding a really aggressive high line there, basically on the cusp of midfield, but it works out, and now they have the ball. Was considered the most well-tempered of the ASC South rivalries. This two clubs, Charioteers, often on the more sour, bitter end of the matchups. Of course, Charioteers have already been eliminated from playoff contention due to their loss to the Pioneers this week. Here come the Scouts, trying to secure a playoff bid. Marco Althaus, hoovered, backing into his defender. Great skill! Hoovered! Oh my goodness, it's rattled the crossbar! Would have been one of the goals of the season had that hit the back of the net. Absolutely incredible skill from Hooverd. Desperately unlucky as he rattles it off the post or the crossbar. Could have been either. So unlucky there, but he's on the ball again here. Not feeling deterred by that miss. Blocked. Althaus blocked as well. Early stages, the Scouts are in control here. Mikhailov. Wilson. Inside with Joe Henderson trying to offer support. They'll bring the bots in. We love them. Hoover! Good strike here. Saved by Groenlandenu. Once again, answering the call so far for his side. Ramirez gave it away. Thunderbirds are on the ropes here at the moment. Scouts have it again. Wallaby Wilson. Space opening up ahead of him. Jim Hoover in behind. Another save. Scouts have it again, but so far it's an exercise in patience as all the shots are being saved by the Thunderbirds goalkeeper, who they desperately wanted in the offseason, Ion Groenlandenu, suiting up against them and making them pay. Crabtree's ball in is a little bit disappointing, and Given away. Struggling to settle on the ball both sides, and now Scouts have it back. All the action taking place in this half so far. Here's McKinnon Wilson. Thinking it ahead to his brother Wallaby. And behind he goes. Searching for options and support. Wilson. Still circling around here. It's Altaus. It's Marco Altaus! It's brilliant! And you have to say it has been coming. The Scouts starting the game very positively. And Marco Altaus shows Jim Hubert how it's done with a first-class finish here. Well, at first you don't succeed. Try again. They keep pushing. They keep pressing. And Marco Altaus gets a clean look at goal, and he never looks back. Look at this strike. No chance for Gordon Beautiful technique in front of the Thunderbirds home fans. The Scouts have the lead, and as it stands, the Scouts are heading back to the playoffs. How fitting is it? The same week the Terminators clinched their berth, the Scouts could be clinching theirs as well. The two finalists from last year both making a return to the playoffs. Exciting stuff in the National Soccer League, making the Thunderbirds wait for that #1 seed a little bit longer maybe, but there's still time in this game. But the Scouts on the ball again here, pressing relentlessly high up the field, and it's worked so far today. Thunderbirds have been shell-shocked in the opening 20 minutes in front of the home fans. But now a chance to get forward from Moisan, battling out with Balboa. There was a trip. The referee says it was incidental contact. And we play on with the Scouts on the ball again. Wilson had the assist for that opening goal to this man. That combination looking up again. Marco Altaus looking for James Hubert. Back with Altaus. This is nice from the Scouts. Wilson taking his time, looking for Hubert in behind again. DeLeon Crabtree trying to return it. McCartney got stuck in. Thunderbirds on the break now, looking for Powers. Moisan didn't know too much about it, but he's won it back. Powers was the league's top scorer for all of this season up until this week when Andrew Hearn surpassed him with 28 goals. And as they were both level on 25, Hearn scored a hat-trick this week, so looking like Powers is going to lose his Golden Boot crown. It has been a microcosm of the greater scope of the National Soccer League goal-scoring landscape. Andrew Hearn continuing to creep up on Powers and steal more and more of his goal-scoring records. Hubert, long ball over the top is nice to Crabtree. Trying to flip inside. DiMaggio away. Powers haplessly headed forward. Back with the Scouts. Balboa getting it. Now Crabtree. Cuts it back for Wilson. For Henderson, the rookie, who has been filling in for DeConta Josemi. Oh, nice job so far. Wilson skips away from one. Crabtree has it back to him. Wallaby Wilson to make it two. Saved by Granlandano this time. Well, they've given it away immediately. A poor distribution from the keeper, El Ghazawi. Scouts are all over the Thunderbirds at the moment. Bunting inside. Skips away from his man. And a poor cross in the end from Joe Bunting. And it's given away again. Oh, but Ramirez has picked it off of Dino Balboa. Miguel Ramirez is in an ocean of space here. One-on-one. Can he get through to the goal? Miguel Ramirez! Saved by Sanchez. Brilliant goalkeeping from the Scouts' main man. Who needs Granlandano? Really, Sanchez still holding down the bag back there. A lot of ground to cover for Miguel Ramirez. You can understand. He's got to be pretty tired. He sprinted pretty much the whole length of the field, and then the chance comes to him. The angle's tight. He doesn't find a way through. Sanchez plays it exceptionally well in the Scouts' goal. It's a 1-0 lead here for the visitors, trying to secure their playoff berth. And as it stands, they will do so. Final 8 minutes of the half. Here's Wilson. Lifting it in. That's a nice ball for Altaus to chase. Marco Altaus in again. Hubert is in the middle, and Granlandano snatches it out of the air before it could get there. Better distribution this time. Miguel Ramirez, space to turn into on this right side again. Bunting trying to cover. It's a similar run to the last one. Here is Ramirez. Slips away from Bunting. Andreas Rader. Wilkins. Circling forward to the Thunderbirds attackers. Perkins. That's a poor ball from him. Ends the attack in disappointing fashion. The Thunderbirds heading toward a Charioteers playoff type season last year where they dominated for the majority of the regular season. Then they had a little bit of a slow period at the end. Oh, pause on that story because Altaus is in again here to make it 2, and he has! Marco Altaus, 2-0. Second goal of the match, and the Scouts lead 2-0 at the home of the Thunderbirds. Well, it's an absolute masterclass game plan from the Scouts here through the opening first half, but they will be wary of this 2-goal lead. They led last week 2-0 against the Terminators at the half, and they lost that game 4-2. So hoping to have learned from their own mistakes here in this game. The Thunderbirds look completely out of the contest, so they've got nothing going. Like we said, maybe following into the trap of the Charioteers, who last season dominating all of the season long, hit a little bit of a bump in the road right before the playoffs, and then lost the first round of playoffs. I'll be hoping to avoid a similar scenario to that. Only 1 minute remaining in the half to try and get a goal back. Otherwise, they're leaving it all up to the second 45 to try and put things right. Perkins on the wing is McCartney. Can he get across in here to Perkins on the return ball? No, he can't get away from Hoover, and that's going to do it for the first half. There is the referee's whistle. The Scouts feeling good. 2-0 up at the half. We'll have to see what the second 45 holds, as it will be Wilson with the 2 assists in that half, twice setting up Marco Altaus to find the back of the net. We'll be right back in just a moment with the second half and our final conclusion of Week 23 action. Ow! Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. A complete performance from the Scouts in that first half, 2-0. Very, very comprehensive opening 45 minutes, and they dominated their division rivals here, the Thunderbirds, in their own house. And to see if the Thunderbirds would try to do a little bit of dominating of their own in the second half, of the Scouts starting positively again with Hoover. Maggio getting stuck in, and now Hoover's trying to carry it away with Wilkins. Up towards Moisan. This is better from the Thunderbirds already. Here's Powers. And one inside if he wants, goes wide to McCartney instead. Just 3 in the box to aim out for McCartney. Trying to pull it back to the byline. Swung in, and Joe Henderson with a big header away. Settled down by Wilson, and then Henderson mops up again. Game is wide open at the moment as the Thunderbirds have got to try and push numbers forward to get level. Scouts are going to have their chances on the counter. Here they come. With one of those chances, Joe Bunting inside. Taus can spin away. Hoovered and delayed the pass a little bit, and then the angle was gone by the time he let it go. Later to Perkins and Powers. Moisan swept off his feet, crunching by Balboa. No free kick. The fans don't like that call. I have to say, looked like Balboa came through the back of Moisan there to get the ball, but Moisan's still down. I don't know if he's making this to try and get a call, but he hasn't moved. He's finally up to his feet now, testing out that ankle. Perkins, and he's giving it away. It's a little bit of a slow game for Perkins. A couple bad giveaways. There's another one to add to his list. Crabtree now joining the attack for the Scouts. Goes long to Wilson. Nice return ball there down the line. Wilson, good little skill. Trying to work the space for the cross. Back to Crabtree it goes. Hoovered in space. And the wriggle free of McCartney couldn't do it. Moisan. Andreas Rader. Thunderbirds are just losing every second ball to the Scouts at the moment. 70% possession, absolute domination at the moment. Wilson. Back to Joe Henderson. Space opening up ahead of him. Might have a hit here. Altaus instead. On the hat trick. Henderson has plenty of time. Wilson inside. Crabtree to Hoover. Blocked by Perkins. Hoover blocked by Perkins again. Still alive with Crabtree here for the Scouts. It's Crabtree to make it 3 and put it beyond any doubt. The Scouts in control here, and they're heading back to the playoffs. No second half slump this time. They make it 3-0. The Thunderbirds look listless out there today as Crabtree makes it a third. Nice 1-2 between the wingers El Ghazaleh and Crabtree combining. And Just too many opportunities, too many shots. The Thunderbirds are conceding, and they've conceded another goal here. Leon Crabtree having a nice breakout season in his second career year with the Scouts. Got it back again here, though. Look at this. Here goes Althaus on the hat trick. Back for Hoover. James Hoover, it's 4! Top class from Jimbo. Bang, bang action here. It's 4-0. And Hoover not mincing his words to the Thunderbirds supporters there. The history runs deep. And this run starts from deep from Hoover, and what a finish. How about the technique with the weak foot outside the box? To swing it across like that, absolutely top class. And he grabs his goal as well. Althaus, 2 goals in the first half, an assist for Hoover in the second here. And it's all over for the Thunderbirds. They have been embarrassed, and now Powers is hurt too. Both of their attackers have been injured in this one. It could be suddenly like the rails or the wheels are falling off the track here at the moment. Another giveaway for the Thunderbirds. They have been despicable today. Scouts have disposed of them easily in this one here. And there could be more goals in this one. More concerningly, the 2 injuries to the 2 frontmen of the Thunderbirds, Whiteside and Powers, both hurt. Let's see what the extent of those injuries is. It's a poor ball out of the back from Boa. An even worse ball from Whiteside. That is just terrible from the Thunderbirds. Wilson. Word into Althaus. It's taking their time now with the ball. Wilson toppled over, but will play on. Here's Hoover. Shredding inside. Unfortunate timing. Split the difference in the pass there. Wilkins now up to Powers. Wilkins, another giveaway from him. McCartney's won it back, though. Rader. Searching ball through. Finds McCartney's feet. Not a bad pass. And McCartney deliver across here. Running out of room on his own accord. And in the end, sandwich between 2 Scouts defenders and given away. Just no answers going forward. The Thunderbirds at the moment. It's been a concerning couple of results for them. Back-to-back weeks. They have been thoroughly beaten 3-0 by the Pioneers last week, and now 4-0 at home by their division rivals, the Scouts. So the Pioneers will stay top of the table for the first time since week 17. And Thunderbirds will have to wait another week to lock up that top seed. The Scouts are still in the hunt for the divisional title at this rate. McCartney now inside, and the Thunderbirds at least grab a goal back. Still McCartney. Powers trying to turn it wide for Ramirez, who had that golden chance at 0-0 to put the Thunderbirds in the lead in the first half, and look at the score now, 4-0 against them. Ramirez given away again. Astonishing play. The Scouts just better in every department at the moment. This game has been in hand for the Scouts for quite some time. 4-0, and they get the return of DeConta Joseph. I can imagine it's a good feeling around the Scouts camp right now, as there's a bad challenge from Xavier Washington. Lucky it's only a yellow. It was a cynical foul. Skazawa had already let that ball go. Frustration boiling over there for the vice captain. Finally, a couple changes for both teams here. A lot of changes at once. Althaus' day is done. No hat trick for him, saving him for tougher tests ahead. Thunderbirds make 2 changes of their own as well. Crabtree's header flicked on, and Grenlandano able to make the save. Wilkins was booked in the fray as well. Dissent for the referee. Changes coming up on your screen now. There were 3 at a time there, so that's bad news, though, for the Thunderbirds. Powers injured and withdrawn. That is very, very concerning. Here's Bunting. Dribbled it straight out of bounds. Change here. McLavin is on. Her appearance for him. Skandaroga's Scouts trying to rest some of their starters with 5 minutes to play here and up 4-0. up towards Ramirez, but easily won back by Wilson. 2 goals in each half for the Scouts as we wind down one of the most one-sided games of the week we have seen this season. 4-0 destruction by the Scouts of their divisional rivals, the Thunderbirds, has them heading back to the playoffs officially here. It means they could still be in the hunt for the #1 seed at this rate. Here comes Musa Cross, the rookie, in off the bench. It's deflected in, bouncing around in there. Might be a penalty. I think it is. Oh dear! And that is going to spoil the clean sheet for the Scouts, most likely, as Wilson, who's had an excellent game. Ooh, that is a bit of a silly one, isn't it? Kicked it into his own arm and then punched it, playing tetherball with himself. Perkins, who's had a rotten game, can he salvage something with a goal from the spot here? Up against Gilberto Sanchez. Perkins. Oh, is it in? Referee says yes. Scouts fans are pleading with the referee, saying it didn't cross the line. We'll get a look at it in just a moment here. Thunderbirds players are celebrating like they've won the World Cup. I think they've forgotten they're down 4-1. This goal may not even count. Let's get a look at it here. Perkins off the crossbar, bounces down. Does it cross the line? Looks like it maybe just does. Hard to see from this angle here, but it looks like maybe it's in and the spin carries it out. Love to have had a look from our goal decision system there, but looks like we're not going to get it. It has been checked and confirmed. It is a goal. Bradley Perkins from the spot. 4-1 to make the scoreline a little less embarrassing. But this game, again, has been over for quite some time, and just 3 minutes of added time at the end of it. As we wrap things up here in Week 23 action. We've only got 2 more weeks of the regular season left to play, and a few more playoff positions to sort out. A few more eliminations to come as well. We will see you all in just a couple short days on Wednesday as we resume Week 24 action. And it looks like he's going to let this attack play out for the Thunderbirds. Musa Cross, full of running down this left-hand side off the bench. Here goes Cross. Can he deliver a cross? To the back post, hung up towards Washington. The header blocked off of Joe Bunting. Seems. Good call there from the referee. Positive play from Cross again, though. Well, it has to be said, the 2 games in which he hasn't started are the 2 the Thunderbirds have been beaten by a margin of 3 or more goals. Meaningless corner here at the end of the game for the Thunderbirds to try and get back in it here. And there is the full-time whistle from the referee. 4-1 in favor of the Scouts here as they clinch a return to the playoffs. And the Thunderbirds, a second straight week with an embarrassing defeat, and they have maybe a shroud of doubt in the back of their mind about the strength of their team heading into the playoff season. A couple of rotten games in a row. Mark Walthouse, the man of the match, 2 goals in the first half, an assist in the second. And had his team inspired to a massive victory that sees them surely back in the playoff hunt, looking to avenge last season's championship defeat. I'll leave you here with the full match highlights of this one as we conclude our coverage of Week 23. We'll be back once again on Wednesday to resume our final 2 weeks of regular season action. Until then, goodbye and good night.
so bad. It's not bad, it's good. It's just this girl has social anxiety, and like hearing her inner dialogue and then what she's saying aloud is so bad.
I feel that.
It's funny. She's like, please don't say it, and then she's like, I literally couldn't think of anything else to say, so I said it.
Sounds like you.
I'm not like that.
Just kidding around, huh?